Hazel! Say oos. Oos. Anyways, all right, oos. So now Jake Paul has offered Conor McGregor a guaranteed $50 million to fight. Quick rewind, a little weird because he said he thought he could fight him in 2 to 3 years. That wasn't just, I think, in terms of the popularity. I thought he meant skill-wise too. If he keeps getting fights and he keeps improving, then he'll be able to be, you know what I mean? At least within the conversation where it'll make a little bit more sense. I don't know. I don't know what caused this. I think he's just doing it for hype. It might be like a bluff. The contract seems, the stipulation seemed a little legit. I doubt that he would, well, I should say, I wouldn't be surprised if a company was willing to front 50 million guaranteed if they were to get this fight to happen, right? Especially with Logan and Floyd going on. To me, it seems legit. I really feel like it's legitimate. It's a legitimate offer. I feel like Jake at this point is like, you know what? Might as well go for it. If the offer is there, let's take it while we can. It may not happen in the future. It's just a little bit weird though. But I get it. It's whole, you know, Jake's thing. He's trying to get his name out there, get the hype going, the hype train going. But I wanted to go over some clips and things from the internet, his video, and then Nate Diaz getting involved. It's getting a little weird. A little weird.
What the f*** is up, you Irish?
Goodness.
Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're f***ing off because you're sick of I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning. $50 million cash.
Okay, so $50 million cash after all that nonsense. Proof of
funds.
I mean, I don't know. Is that his actual account? I gotta, you know what I mean? Is it just a made up thing? I assume. I don't know.
The biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor. You're ducking me because you don't want to lose to a f***ing YouTuber. You're 0-1 as a boxer. I'm 2-0 as a boxer. I just came off the 8th biggest pay-per-view event in history. But you want to fight Dustin Prober, who has less followers on Instagram than my f***ing dog. That's a fact. And Dana White, you're a f***ing pussy too. You ugly f***ing bald. You said there's 0% chance of this fight happening, but there's 0% chance of you getting some Conor, you're...
Oh my gosh.
Scared. Dana, you're scared. Sign the f***ing contract, you Jesus f***ing Christ. Irish.
I must say, this is right out of, you know, Conor McGregor's wheelhouse in terms of, like, the trash talk, especially if you look at Conor versus Floyd, and what Conor was doing to try to get that fight. So, I mean, he's kind of doing the same thing. The stab at his wife seemed a little bit out there. That seemed a little too much, but then here we go. There's the round stipulation. Very interesting. Maximum weight of 185 pounds. So Conor does not walk around at that weight, so it looks like he's trying to get it to be like an exhibition or some weird rule there. This is what I thought. The bout would take place within 180 days, right? Jake was just saying that he thought maybe in 2 to 3 years, and I think he was referring to at least skill-wise. If he gets his ability up and he's been getting more active and he's been fighting more, a few more pro fights in purely boxing, so they have like 5 to 6 years underneath his belt of really being dedicated to the sport, then yes, you know. But if the opportunity is there, world-class undercard bouts, okay. Jake Paul's acquired backing for this event will be willing to guarantee a purse of $50 million. So guaranteed $50 million, and then whatever from there. Very interesting. It doesn't say who's backing it, but clearly somebody's backing it. I mean, it would be worth it. I think they would be able to make that much. That would be nuts. Nate Diaz chimed in. It's weird to see Nate, like, he's defending Conor, right? He's coming out in the defense of Conor. Obviously, it's the MMA side, so I get that part of it. But, you know, out of pocket, and then Jake Paul, you need to get your beat for free. You spoiled. Oh, my gosh, you can't really fight. You're going to end up, for real, somewhere talking like that. I don't know. It's very interesting because if you get, like, Jake is going, like, full 6'9", because he's different, because he's not like a Conor McGregor, like a pro MMA fighter. You know what I mean? Where you usually hear that. He's kind of just coming out of the side here. I mean, he fought Nate Robinson. He's been on the card, but he's not an actual fighter. Here's a short clip of when he sparred AJ, someone who's friends or trained with Nate before, and AJ's just taking shots. If you actually go back, Jake actually sparred him MMA. It was like a year before. It's 2017. So he actually sparred him. So they already knew each other. So he brought him in, but they already did some like video collaboration in terms of like MMA sparring. So he's really close in treading waters in terms of like getting involved with people who are really experienced. And I feel like he may get approached or may get turned in a situation where he's going to have to turn down somebody, or he's going to have to accept a sparring match or something along those lines. And then then we're really gonna see. So I don't know. It's really weird because he's really close to getting called out. Like someone like Conor McGregor, someone like that, you can say a lot because you're a world class MMA fighter, right? You can go toe to toe with the best fighters in the world. You know what I mean? So when Jake is saying stuff like this, he's talking as if he's coming from that place, but he's not. Nate's putting this out there and sort of not making it okay, but I don't know. It's kind of like the rest of the MMA community is kind of rallying around what Nate is saying in terms of like, we need to shut this kid up. This is getting ridiculous. And then Conor McGregor, if you look at his Instagram, the timing is so weird. If you look at McGregor, I went to his Instagram because he's been all over the place too, Conor, in terms of his career. But his most recent post, you know what I mean, is him and his son, like in wrestling singlets. Look at that roundhouse kick, by the way. And it's very like wholesome, you know. Great technique, by the way. We'll have to wait. He's in the middle of a fight camp for Dustin Poirier, so that's why I don't know. It's just so weird from Jake. So now that I'm sitting here and explaining this, Jake knows that Conor's in fight camp and he has a fight coming up, and he wants him to sign a contract, which would be literally impossible. And Jake was saying that he wouldn't want to fight him for a couple of years, and he's saying that he's scared. So the 50 million could be real, but I feel like this is now that I really think about it, I think it's a complete bluff, because why would he offer a fight to someone that he knows that he can't even sign it? And Conor sells, we're still, I think it's a month away from that fight. So I guess he's just blowing smoke at this point. Imagine just Conor just signed it anyways. He just told Danny, you know what, just let me do it. Just let me do this. Let me put this kid to sleep, and then we can move about our business. That would be wild. Not too bad for Jake, though. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Do you think Jake is being for real? Is he bluffing? Is he doing both? I don't know. We'll find out soon. Oos.